Today I'm going to show how iCoStaffTime can automatically calculate holiday entitlements based on the number of hours actually worked. We're currently looking at the management team's schedule screen. We've got one person set up, Adam Smith, who has a single shift for the year, which is 8 hours long. But first, let's go and have a look at the different types of leave that we've got configured. So look at settings, leave, and then types. So we have half a dozen different types of leave configured for best services. We've got the title, in this case holiday paid, the first one. We've got a flag which determines whether this type of leave is paid or unpaid and will influence the reports. Accruable towards leave allowance determines whether the leave counts towards calculating their holiday entitlement or not, and excludes shifts from leave allowances. When a member of staff is on leave of this type, then hours from the shifts do not contribute towards the calculation of their holiday entitlement. So let's look at the allowances that we've got configured for best services. Click on the allowance rules. So here we have a paid holiday allowance rule. We could filter it using tags so it applies to a subset of staff. The rule we're using is the number of weeks per year and we're rounding up. I'm going to take a multiple of that, which is 5.6, which is currently the UK statutory entitlement. I'm going to round up to 1 hour. I'm going to give it a description of simply holiday. We could choose a different rule, for example, the percentage of hours worked to date, in which case it would use 12.07%, which is also the UK statutory entitlement, or we could just use simply fixed hours. In this case, we're going to keep it as weeks per year. Okay, so let's look at Adam's leave. We know he has a single shift of 8 hours. Click leave, balance. Here are the members of staff. There's Adam. And we can see he's got 1 hour of holiday paid. If we want to see how that figure was derived, we can view the calculation. So the rule we're using is weeks per year, the period is 2016. He has worked or is scheduled to work in the year 8 hours. 0 hours overtime, 0 hours leave, which is non-accruable or excluded, which in this case is holiday paid. 0 hours leave accruable, which would be sick paid, for example. And from that we can work out the mean applicable hours per week. These figures coming from there. We've got just over 52 weeks in the year, which leaves us with 9 minutes and 11 seconds per week. We use our multiplier of 5.6, and then we're using our rounding configuration. So we get 51 minutes, which then gets rounded up to 1 hour. Deducting the leave that he's already taken for 2016, we've got 0 hours pending, 0 hours that have already been approved. Therefore, the total balance is 1 hour. So let's add some extra shifts for Adam. Go to schedule, on Saturday, add a simple title, I'll add him in. He can start at 8 and will work until 1, and we'll get it to repeat every week on a Saturday forever. Click save and publish. Okay, so Adam's working a whole load more hours now. Gone to leave, balance, and we can see his holiday paid entitlement has now increased from 1 hour to 6 hours. We click on that. Got the calculation. There's 48 hours that he's working over the whole of this year. Our mean applicable hours per week is now 55 minutes and 5 seconds. And so the calculation is time multiplying by our 5.6 multiplier is 5 hours and 8 minutes, which we're rounding up to 6. And he's still got 0 hours leave that are either pending or approved, hence the balance is 6. And that concludes how iCoStaffTime can automatically calculate holiday allowances.